Hello, brothers and sisters. I'm like, welcome to my page. My page is my common sense. I try to keep it down and then to get it down into 10 minutes. If it goes over 10 minutes, I'm very fucking and I'm going to liberals, libertarians, people believe in God, people like to smoke, people that drink, people like ayahuasca, people like DMT, people who cannot think outside of the box. People on the far left, people are too much on the far right. Okay, it's not important to you because listeners' discretion is advised. I say this in my videos to get masses of asses off. Most people are technically idiots. I can prove this. Now, since I use a lot of common sense like Mark Twain and Socrates by asking constructive questioning, if you have any comments, questions, or insults, you put it down below. I sound cringy on purpose, but I still get the chance to see more used vaginas, okay, than most of you simps out there, okay? And I know most of you women are whores of Babylon, but you keep it on the hush-hush because you're the top-notch prostitutes in the world, which are causing a lot of problems in America. So since we have your legs open, we have an open door for new Mexicans to come in the door. Okay, so now I said a lot of cringy shit to throw people off. This video in particular is going to be about why blue lives are more important than all lives, and why all lives are more important than just black lives. And I'm going to go down some statistical reports now here. Now, I said before, I can sound incoherent. I can sound articulate if I want. This is a method to my motherfucking madness, right? Okay. Now, I posted a picture up there showing a picture of a man, a black man, who basically was mentoring a child. Okay. How many times do you see a picture of a blue life, or even a black life, or even a green life? Okay, this is why it's so important to understand what these colors mean and represent. If either you have tough love, either you like to learn, or you don't like to learn, and you're just an emotional bag of full of shit you are, right? Alright, because ain't nobody as cringy as I am on the motherfucking YouTube. And plus, I'm a Schizologist. I'm a therapist for the world and shit, right? But I don't use this same tactic when I talk to people from foreign lands. I try to keep it real nice at first, you know what I'm saying? You got to keep it nice. But let's get to the subject now here. Now, why blue lives is more important? Because blue lives, I got little notepads here, yeah. And I told you, when you come into my video chats, you always have something to talk about because I'm going down the rabbit hole. I'm going to be running my motherfucking mouth. I'm going to pause and let you talk. And sometimes people get long-winded again. So let's go down the list here. Blue Lives Matter, I put the pic up there for a reason, is more important than All Lives Matter. And also, All Lives Matter is more important than Black Lives Matter. And I'll tell you when Black lives should matter. And I'll tell you when all lives should matter. But nothing is more important than Blue Lives Matter. The green berets, the army, the military. The red lives, which is the Native Americans, because nobody talk about the Native Americans. Native Americans and the blue lives is more important because nobody talk about the Native Americans that was wiped out. Okay? Nobody's talking about the green berets, the military, the Navy, who is actually dying 10 times more than the criminals in the country. Okay? Y'all so concerned about black lives when they deserved it. Most of them deserve to die. Okay? And I'm the one that's saying, and I'm black. Okay? I'm like, and then on top of that, you got a lot of crackers dying too now. We got a lot more crackers now than blacks, okay? So we are going to get to that subject very shortly here. Blue lives is sacrificing themselves for an honorable purpose. I always wanted to be a cop when I was younger because I got picked on. And I always wondered, why in the hell is these women opening their legs and then they create bastard children so I can get picked on by them? So I said, okay, there has to be a tactic in some kind of way to cleanse the earth of these foolish infidels, okay, you know. So I'm like, if the mothers are raising the sons to be little faggots, okay, little pussy boys, which they don't like education, I'm like, just goddamn, all you gotta do is goddamn read a fucking book. All you gotta do is fucking read a book, goddammit. And I talked to hundreds of motherfucking thugs in the fucking school when they wanted to get a grade A. They would say, I was a grade A student. Okay, I remember I was a grade A to a grade B. And then some of these thugs would come to me and open their hands to me like, what are you asking me? I'm not getting paid. But anyway, I digress here. I always wanted to be a cop and stomp out ignorance and pursue karma and justice, because I am karma for those negroids, okay? Because I was raised in Brooklyn, New York, Bed-Stuy. Now imagine if I was a white person to talk like this. That would be fucking terrible. But you know, white people got some karma coming to them because they're their ancestors and shit. And y'all crackers gotta stop kneeling to these niggas. Unless your ancestor is a goddamn, who was a slave master and shit, and he did all this crazy shit, you should give up some reparations, okay? So this honestly think like that, okay? I'm a Negro to give it to you. You give me your money and shit, and then I can understand. But you got to understand one thing. Everybody's no longer a full-fledged Negro anymore. You got to think about genetics and shit. You got to understand that you got to give to the right individuals, not just the hooligans who's in the hood. They don't know how to use that money. They haven't been trained how to invest. But let's continue on here. There's a whole lot of topics I can talk about here. Hold on. Okay, I always wanted to be a cop, but that was taken away because of the Holy Spirit and the voices. Okay, my voices protect me all full circle and shit, because I have a pure heart. The blue lives and green lives and red lives, which is the ambulance, fire departments. But even this, also the red man is also the Native Americans, right? So nobody's talking about them. They're more important than everybody else's lives. Don't you understand what I'm saying? They're sacrificing themselves. Imagine if the blue lives weren't there. You can't worry about all lives anymore because there's no fucking order. Nobody's there to put fucking order, right? Because the blue lives represents the alpha daddies who's supposed to watch over and keep the law into check. We don't want to go back to the Wild Wild West right now, right? We don't want to go back to the Wild Wild West. And we got bounties on motherfucking heads and shit. And people who don't have no morals and shit. We go back to the Stonehenge. We go back to the medieval times. Do you know religion is a great evil for a greater good? That keeps all lives sacred because that's an authority figure. We already know, smart people already know that religion is folly, okay? We know this, but we know that most people in the world are idiots, correct? So we try to use intelligent people, agnostics, and the Gentiles, try to use the knowledge of the Bible and everything else to keep order between all lives matter, so we won't have all this socialism and shit. Because socialism eventually is going to lead to communism, duh, okay? So you have to understand everything can't be done for free. There's just two different types of people. Those who are the parasites who feed off the earth and always want to hand out the Democratic Party most of the time, and those who basically try to do something, put things in motion, okay? Those people who are trying to do things like me by making videos, try to educate my fellow brothers and shit, and try to keep women's legs closed, okay? Now, we're not going to talk about that right now, okay? About women and men, okay? I already make videos about that all of the time, about women and men, and how we can have a utopia, okay, of love and peace and harmony. Straight through, but polygyny and shit. But that shit ain't gonna work because women are fucking selfish as hell. But anyway, let's continue on down here. I'm gonna go over 10 minutes with this because they got a lot to say on this shit. So the blue lives and the green lives and even the red lives, the ambulance and the Native Americans are alphas, which should be redirected from the Black Lives Matter because nobody has been a slave. Reparations still need to be given to those who are wrongfully convicted, okay, because of racism, okay? That's the only place where reparations need to be given out, when people are wrongfully thrown in jail because of racism. But we please understand the core reason and the origins of where this Black Lives come from. This Black Lives Matter is a political movement. It's a democratic movement. And the single mothers who just want to have fun, okay? So if it's single mothers, the single mothers always try to blame the men, and it's not the men's fault, okay? Because I'm pretty sure that these women, before they became single mothers, they were taught by an ancestor or a wise man to tell them, but they didn't want to listen. So now you got white daddy and the draconian system trying to help the single mothers. You ain't supposed to be doing that, okay? But look at me though. My mother was kind of like something like loose ball too, okay? I'm going to honestly admit that shit. And my mom will be honest too. But understand that if you just take away the welfare, and you put a limitation on the welfare and all that shit, we wouldn't have those type of problems. You'll have hardship for women. Okay, so now we got women taking advantage of men, which is not a good thing, but they are going to allow it to happen. The oligarchies, the illuminated ones, you want to call them the Caucasoids or the Jewish people, you call them whatever the fuck you want. They're going to allow this shit to happen so we can rehearse this so we won't have this over and over again. This is why I'm going to say this. We need chaos in order for people to understand we will not go down that route again. We need chaos. And since I can't be a police officer, the best thing I can do is just be locked up in these motherfucking walls and shit. Even though it's clean as it is in here, I can't live with no women anymore because they're dirty as hell. They don't have a lot of things in common with me. They're not interested in extracurricular activities. But I'm not angry at women. I just play the game. Okay. Now here we go. I get paid for women. I don't do that bullshit. Okay. But anyway, let me see. Okay. Single mothers cause a lot of them to be born in suffering. So when the mothers are not responsible, the children suffer. Not my daughters will not suffer because I have a plan for my daughters. Even though my wife, I allowed her to call the cops. You know what I'm saying? You got to understand, I have a third eye. I have a Holy Spirit watching over me. So I listen to the voice. The voice tells me some shit. And I tell my wife, this COVID shit was caused by me. I think so. I'm pretty sure it was. Okay. You know, I told her I don't want my kids in school. I need the house to be motherfucking clean. Stop walking on the motherfucking floor barefooted and shit. She couldn't handle it. She probably is possessed. I don't know. But let's continue on here. Risking their lives for the honor for all lives, the blue lives, which are usually forgotten. When they are killed, do they get any publicity? Did you know that they die more than the criminals out there? Do you know that? Do you know more white people die than the criminals that's out there? So think about it like this. Okay, the media is controlling why so many times you don't see the brutality of white folks. If they started advertising, okay, white people getting killed, do you know everything will start to move in motion real quick? Because there'll be more like white lives matter, and there'll be an internal investigation on all of this bullshit. They don't care about internal investigation on niggas because I told you this is the white man's land. The gorilla. Let's be honest about it. If you don't like America, get the fuck out. God damn it, man. Y'all some stupid motherfuckers. This is the real reason why Abraham Lincoln signed the Emancipation Proclamation in 1862, because basically, if they say we are already on the low frequency, okay, there I studied genetics. Okay, so I try to study up fucking everything, but I can't, okay, because I understand what genetics is, okay. I try to study this. I want to learn this. I want to learn all these fucking things, but I can't be like a cracker because I'm not cracked up. But they need the niggas because niggas have certain potential more than the crackers, okay? What things do a nigga have more than the cracker? Everybody have their attributes. Let me just put it like that. I've talked about the attributes of a nigga and the cracker all of the time. And if you get offended by me saying the word nigga and cracker, you should get the fuck out of here. I don't like sensitive people. Sticks and stones may break my bones, but names will never hurt, okay? Just like if you go into the hood and you call, and you're white, and you call a nigga a fucking nigger, okay, and they get offended, then that motherfucker don't have no rapport. He's not educated. He can't fight back. He just want to fight you because he's that pain. That's my pain. Now I guarantee you this: if the roles was flipped and psychology was used, okay, think about it like this: if the president said it, then they wouldn't do anything, even if he was by himself, because he's white. They'll be too scared of him and shit. But don't go in there by yourself and shit. And nobody know you, okay? So you can go in there and say nigga all you want. They ain't gonna touch you. Okay, but some niggas will, okay? So you gotta watch those hardcore niggas and shit. Them knucklehead niggas. I call them knucklehead niggas, okay? Them niggas like to cause trouble. Like they wear their heart in the sleeve all of the time. They don't know how to fight back with words. This fight words with words. They don't wait. They ain't gonna pull no guns on you because this is not the 1800s anymore. This ain't no slavery no more. Okay, if you see a bunch of them crackers with a bunch of guns and you just say, hey, fuck you, fuck it, they ain't gonna shoot. They ain't gonna shoot. Nobody got any guns, okay? Unless somebody shoot in the background and start some shit, okay? That's another subject for another day. But let's continue on down here. I'm just random my mouth and shit. When cops are killed, or ambulance people are killed, or the red man is killed, nobody says nothing. So you got to understand that the media is controlled by who? Not by black people now here. Now you got to be honest down here. Who controls the media? There's more white people getting killed than black people, right? Now, okay, so we talked about everything on this paper here, and we're going to talk about the brutality of white folks who are being killed. But it's not being advertised on the fucking news. I saw this fucking video with this guy, this white guy, even a Mexican guy too. When they had no weapon in their hand, the guy just, I think he snapped or some shit. And the guy just had an AK-47 and shot the motherfucker up, man. He was crying for his fucking life, man. Now, the thing is, this is on camera. And I'm pretty sure all y'all saw this. This is just one incident. Okay, and I'm like, holy shit, the dude that shot him, and he had no weapons, he actually was listening to him. Remember that? Okay, now there's a whole lot more shit that they ain't gonna show you, but guess who's controlling the motherfucking media? Jewish people and Caucasoid crackers. So let's get that out of the way here. Now, I know for a fact that we're going to talk about these numbers here. 70% are whites and 13% are blacks. But what about the 2% that's Native Americans, okay? And understand this. If you're in the wrong place at the wrong time, I believe in karma. Stay your ass off the streets. Niggas, crackers, anybody. Okay, I know crackers are getting killed more, but cops get killed too. And they're angry too. And they have mental psychosis too. A few bad apples can mess it up for everybody. And it's usually a few bad apples. That's all it is. A few bad apples. Just like the feminist movement. A few bad apples again. Because I'm pretty sure most of them women, those white women was like, no, it's just, they said it. Gloria Seinfeld, she was unhappy. She had to listen to a black sister just to rise up her head like that. And they allowed it. They said, like, we can make money from this. Don't you think they planning shit like that? From every chaos, they can make money. That's an opportunity, motherfuckers. Y'all running around with your heads chopped off with the motherfucking media and shit, and you think about Black Lives Matter, but you don't want to think about the hood. You don't want to think about black on black crime and shit. You don't want to think about the sheriff who was 77 years old who got shot up, okay? And he basically was definitely a good role martyrer, okay, to be worshipped for. But nobody's talking about that. Nobody's talking about the wrongfully convicted from racism, from jail. Nobody's talking about that. To free those niggas from jail because of racism, that they were still in jail for fucking 1960s and some shit. And that's fucked up, okay? Nobody talking about the fucking 100 people that got shot a little while ago and that 4-year-old boy got killed. Nobody's fucking talking about that goddamn shit, motherfucker. I hate holding my voice. I hate holding my tongue for anybody, man. I hate that. I really hate that shit, man. But, you know, that's when Black Lives should matter, but it's not. But you got George Floyd, the criminal. And he did some terrible, heinous shit. I don't believe no one deserves to die, especially at that time, but I believe in karma, motherfucker. I'm sorry. Wrong place, wrong time. What the fuck you doing out at 2 o'clock in the morning? Okay, now, if you're going out at 2 in the morning, you need to roll off some steam. That's fine. I'm pretty sure the cops was like, okay, don't stay here too long. Because that seems suspicious, okay? You're just sitting out there. People get scared. You got to be more thoughtful. And some people starting to think about the... No, I just made a video about these fucking masks and shit. I said, what if the mask is causing sickness? What if the vaccinations has already infected you? Nobody really thinking about that, right? But you know what? We have explained ourselves very clearly. Even though blacks are only 13% of the population. Listen here. And they allow the media is advertising these, showing these videos, especially with a token Negro, infamous nigga, okay? I say infamous. Infamous means basically a person who's popular through negative means, okay? Evil means or whatever. They're popular in a negative way. That's wrong. That is wrong. And so that shouldn't be like that. It shouldn't be like that, but it is. So if you got 13% of the niggas who's still existing in America, maybe it's 17%. We should know that there are more women than men. So if they say 50% of blacks are in jail, you might as well cut that number down, okay? And then you got most of the women who are the hood rats who don't want to learn anything. So I guess they need to be exterminated. Just like trailer park trash type motherfuckers too. They get killed too. And them motherfuckers are wild too and shit. They do more of the heinous crimes in the fucking society. But nobody talking about that shit. I'm just trying to tell it like it is on both sides now here. We ain't gonna talk about one thing now here. I know some white people may be listening to me and say, I don't like this motherfucker. Okay, but you know goddamn well white people do the most heinous crimes. Only thing black people do be fucking and killing each other. And smoking weed. Fucking too much, killing each other, and smoking too much weed. And alcohol too, right? Vodka vinegar. Okay, the Credible Hulk. But you know what? I'm only gonna go down to 20 minutes. I'm just being a goofball in here. I don't care about those numbers like that. I know white people are getting killed more, and they're going through the most brutality. I know that's a fucking fact. Okay, and then on top of that, nobody really cares about Blue Lives Matter. They are the alpha daddies who's actually trying to protect all lives from getting out of hand. Because if you guys got all lives with no blue lives, guess what happens? All of the lives start going crazy. And then we going back to medieval times. Because we ain't got nobody in charge. We ain't got nobody alpha enough. We got Donald Trump, but nobody really like him because he's too fucking alpha. He's trying to lay down a foundation, some borders and some shit. But guess what? Everybody ignoring him. People putting false rumors on him and shit. So what are you going to do about that, America? But of course, I can't say anything. My voice is telling me he should be reelected. But if he's not reelected, there's going to be a great war. There's going to be a lot of people dying. All right, so let's make that prediction. Now, I've already said this before. Now, I've been warning y'all guys. I don't do any voting. I can't vote because they got me on lockdown here. I'm on lockdown. I already told you this already. And I'm a token positive Negro to try to tell the truth, but nobody want to hear me and shit. So fuck the 13% of the fucking numbers. I don't care about them numbers. I'm just like, why these niggas getting innocently shot? They're not just innocently getting shot now here. We gotta start talking about white people too. Which is, if there's more white people getting killed, shouldn't we be focused on the white people who build the society more than black people do? Okay, that makes sense, right? You know how white people are the slave thinkers, right? Black people ain't no slave thinkers. Get the fuck out of here, motherfucker. Get the fuck out of here. They on the streets singing around and shit. Oh, we are the original man. I'm like, why are you talking about that? Those days should be gone. We shouldn't even worry about color or religion. Shouldn't even worry about none of those things, but they're worried about that. Instead of lifting each other up, they wouldn't like, we're more superior. You should bend to our knee and shit like that. Now, I said this time and time, motherfucking again, man. Y'all crackers are fucking making me upset when I see you kneeling and shit, but you don't know your ancestors. If you knew your ancestor was a motherfucking slave master, then you might as well give us some money a little bit, at least something, okay? You better give to something for charity, because that's karma, because Mahatma Gandhi said that shit. If you know your ancestors, I don't know my ancestors. Lucky for me. If you happen to know your ancestors, you better start doing something, because that's going to affect all your family members and shit. All right, but let's continue on down here. Nobody's really thinking about the Red Lives Matter, which is the ambulance, fire department. Okay, nobody's talking about the Native Americans, which is the Red Man. Red Lives Matter, because they're almost extinct. It's only 5%, 2%, I think it is. And don't be a parasite, Earth, okay? Like I keep telling you all of the time, if you're being a parasite of the Earth, you're going to die. If you're a fat fuck, and of course it could be hereditary or whatever, I feel bad, I'm sorry. If I couldn't do shit, and the only thing I can do is fucking eat shit, and eat shit and breathe, okay? And I'm not doing nothing for nobody. You ain't making no videos, you ain't making nobody happy, okay? You just sitting around, you ain't talking to nobody, you ain't doing nothing to help society, then you deserve to die, okay? Because you ain't doing shit in society. But unless to that, see, if I'm a vegetable and shit, please take me off that motherfucking machine, man. Please take me off that motherfucking machine. I told my wife this shit. I said, if anything happened to me, if something happened to my dick, okay, please take me off the motherfucking machine. I'll try to substitute and use a strap-on, but I better be getting paid because I'm doing service for somebody. I'm going out in society trying to talk to people, make some sense to people sometimes. But guess what? I don't want to be a vegetable. I eat vegetables, okay? Stay out of the fucking streets. Stay out of the motherfucking streets. Alright? I love you all, but I hate the many of you. I'm getting tired of talking about this topic. Please understand that the Blue Lives Matter is more important than all lives. Now, you understand my point here. And all lives are more important than black lives. Now, the only time black lives matter is when they actually focus on the things that is vital and important. It is crucial. And that is women. When you focus on the women in the black hood in society, which I was there, the women are the downfall of black society. And then we got the feminist movement. And we got to understand that they don't want to feel equal, but they know they're different from us. I got a dick and she got a penis, but she want to feel equal. And I'm like, damn, we could take a quiz and we could automatically tell that I'm smarter. All right? I like to fix my own goddamn car. I like video games. I like guns and shit. I like to put things together. Women don't like to put things together. They're not that logical. I said most. I didn't say all of them now. Now, since women want to be superior than men in the long run, that's like a man saying, I'm superior to God, okay? Which is impossible. You don't do that, okay? His memory is way more higher. His body is even built differently. You can't be the same as a fucking God. But we all are little gods, however, okay? However, we all are little motherfucking gods. Do you understand my purpose and my point here? If you don't understand my point, and when someone pops their little head up and says, oh, Black Lives Matter, I'm not going to go out there and shoot Blue Lives Matter, Blue Lives. I'm not trying to get, I ain't stupid. I ain't stupid. I'm not even going to say go out there. But if you do say all lives matter, you're kind of forgetting the point of what those colors mean. Okay? I know you want to try to be diverse All lives do actually matter. But think about the blue lives and the fathers that being ignored in society. The fathers are being taken advantage and eaten up by the court system, which is mainly the draconians. The draconians are those individuals who like chaos and fucking war. And they extort money off all of the suffering and problems that you people cause because you don't want to fucking have discipline in your life. And so now my wife is fucking suffering. Of course she's going to suffer because I'm the Holy Spirit and I told her I'm Jesus. Yeah. And then I'm going to the court and then the court is like not even listening to my side of the story with no evidence. So they have a plan to cause chaos. So when you allow women to have a freebie to come upon their side and they go into the court and say, oh, this is all I need to say, that is going to destroy society because I'm an alpha male. We need more alpha males, but alpha males are dying. They're only like 10 to 15% of the population. All right, peoples, we have too many beta alpha cucks out there. Pussy only has value. Pussy only has value because of the beta cucks who are not alphas because they do not have the alpha father in the fucking house. And then you got women knowing that they can take advantage of an alpha male, and then that's what put in place all this bullshit that's going on. Okay? So I love you all, but I hate the many of you. Okay, I love the animals more than human beings, but of course I do not fuck the animals. And thank you for listening to my videos. You know how to donate to my cause. I'm a very explicit person, but I can be very articulate with my words. And if I'm wrong about something and you misunderstood me, ask a question. Stupid people don't ask questions. They just get emotional. That's why I'm always in the back like, what does he mean, okay? You don't even ponder any questions. Why do I see this on the news? Should I go out there and fucking fight? Okay, you don't even know if it's a setup or staged, like that George Floyd shit. Perfect picture, perfect angles. And then you got the person getting choked up and shit. I'm like, do you think this? Come on now, to use your brain. You don't think that they're being paid actors? You don't think that people are being paid to do things like that to cause trouble? You don't know if any machine is moving behind the scenes? You're not thinking very clearly, but go ahead on out there because it's more. When you die, when most of you die, there'll be more for us, okay? And I don't really like starting over in a human body, okay? So that's another subject altogether, okay? This human body, I could be eating the right foods. It's hereditary, it's genetics, it's eugenetics. You can do all the right things, but it's probably the chemicals in the food, but that's another subject for another motherfucking day, right? Because I told you before, I don't play games when I talk on this fucking YouTube, but people love my videos. I didn't ask you people to fucking subscribe. There's people who troll me all the time. I don't mind. See, they give me entertainment. See, I'm going to say this. Now, I'm also a Satanist too, so I scares a lot of motherfuckers off because they don't know what those definitions are. They just automatically, oh, he's evil. Jesus, they killed Jesus. Who killed Jesus? He was evil. The people killed Jesus, motherfuckers. They killed Joan of the Arc. They killed Mahatma Gandhi. They killed Martin Luther King. Those are alpha people. No, motherfuckers. It's going to be you who's going to be dying. I'm going to be reborn because I have no fear, okay? And I told you how I felt. Because I have more logic than most of y'all motherfuckers. I'm 46 years old. People are still calling me, I look 30 years old. I try to keep my beard. I like to look old. Because people like to underestimate an old motherfucker. But I can hit as hard as fucking Mayweather and shit. I'm the same size. I'm the same build, okay? I work out all of the time. You think I don't work out? Okay, let me see. Let me show you what I do. Do you see this? You see this? You understand? That I'm not Yo Arse, man. I'm not your Peter, man. Peace and love to you, brothers and sisters. I'm like, no, what was my page? And y'all have a good day. And think about what I said, that believe what karma is. You know, if you got a porch monkey sitting on there and I'm like, you know, you look kind of suspicious and you ain't doing nothing with your time, you're being a parasite. And I told you before, the mask could probably be causing all y'all demises because of ignorance. Do more research. Focus more on your internal God. Get out of the religion. Start donating to the right people, such as myself, because I'm not a charlatan. I don't like to hold money. Money is blood money. For every tree that's killed because of cotton, okay, or whatever has come from trees or wood, I don't give a fuck, okay? You're killing the earth, okay? They're trying to eradicate fucking dollar bills and shit. They're trying to put everything digital. That's how America is surviving, because of the digital currency. Digital currency. Okay, not paper. We don't need paper. I don't carry cash on me. Alright? But anyway, what else is there to say, okay? So we already, since we understand that Bill Cosby tried to focus on this, and he got caught up. Focusing on the single mothers is more important. And I'm not no red pill motherfucker. I'm emerald pill mother. I already know women's nature. They're fickle as hell, and they're very seasonal. I already know that. That's why I brought my wife here, so she can try to take advantage of me. Because I'm thinking 10 steps ahead. So now I have this place, okay? And I feel more comfortable being more cleaner, because I am a OCD schizo. And that don't mean I'm a bad person. It's just I'm organized. Very organized. I have no time for that. I talk to lots of white folks now here. And they love my videos. I don't really care about the rest of everybody else. And I'm not a goddamn coon either. But anyway, peace and love to brothers and sisters. Don't like no to my page. And y'all have a good day. And I hope this video hits the message hard to all y'all individuals that how blue lives is more important than all lives. And how all lives are more important than black lives. Remember that if we just focus on all lives, we are going to have a chaotic society. Because you can't have a socialist country. Socialism does not work. And I did the research on Switzerland, and them countries are falling. Okay? Because they actually will probably be racist. If they are socialists and shit, they get rid of all of the parasites. Okay? The only way to have a socialist construct is if people are actually volunteering to give one another. And of course, America is not good at doing it. They don't know where to put most of their money at. Or it could just be, you know, Black Lives Matter and everybody else who do donate is going to the wrong place, going to the wrong pockets. It's calling the politicians and shit. Alright, and if he's going to politicians, y'all got to start investigating on where that money's going. I'm sorry, man. You better investigate where that money's going. That's why we need blue lives, to put order into place. And I know it may be getting boring for a while, but it will change. It will change. Let's give it some time. I'm waiting for the second wave to wipe out at least about 75%. Because if I get the fucking virus, that's a blessing. I'm about to die. I'm saying right here, and I'm going to be like, I'm getting out of here, y'all guys. You could donate so I can get me a new system for the time being, but I'm going to die right here in this little cubby hole. Okay? If I get the COVID, I know what I am going to be in my next life, in this fucking matrix, right? Peace and love to you, brothers and sisters. Welcome to my page. And you have a nice motherfucking day. Peace.